Hi everyone, we are in for a treat today. We are going to see a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in the Periwinkle building here on the island. A garden apartment with so many unusual pieces and some very talented people that you get to meet today. Let's go in.
Come in.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
Good, thanks.
Good to
Welcome.
see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you, and thank you for letting us come to your beautiful
You're
home.
welcome. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm ready to walk on water.
You about are.
Wow, look at this. This is beautiful.
I thought if there weren't screens, I could cast a lure and hit the water from here.
Well, you could try, that's for sure.
And we've watched space launches.
From here?
Oh, yeah.
Big red space and then drop off the back of
Yeah.
it. Just right here.
Oh my gosh, you have the best view, right?
And of course,
We do.
dolphins swimming by.
Of course, yes. Well, we are here with Jim and Gail Krauss, who I have known since I worked here. It's been 16 years.
Has it really?
Yes.
Oh, Inga, I feel old.
So do I. But Gail and Jim have been living in Palmaker, so every time I drive by, I would honk and wave, and all of you would see them bicycling. She had a big flag on the back of her bicycle, and she would bicycle, and
Yes.
with you.
We still do.
That's right.
We still do.
And then Gail was very helpful with me with being a Christian, what was it?
I was assistant chaplain.
That was
And
it. The
at
assistant
King's
chaplain at
Crown.
King's Crown. But she helped me with many things, so it was
Yes.
wonderful.
And Inga helped me with many things.
So it was a perfect team. But we are in a 2-bedroom and 1-bath garden apartment here in the Periwinkle building. And first off, I'm just like, want to show everything because this is just beautiful. But we'll start with the kitchen. Tell me what you did here in the kitchen.
Not a whole lot.
Well, you did the backsplash.
Yes, we did and the shutters.
And the shutters.
And the bigger faucet.
And the gooseneck faucet. And beautiful
And-
countertops.
And then Jim has added all sorts of extras.
Oh, look at this.
He's got them in every cupboard we have.
That's fantastic. Well, one
And
thing you're
here?
going, let me see. Oh my gosh.
And
Spice cupboard.
You are very talented, I tell ya. Oh,
He's-
look at this. That's
but
a
look,
perfect
there's
place.
space.
Yeah.
We have not filled up every square inch of this place.
Well, that's the one thing you said that you know, a lot of times people think the garden apartments are so small.
No.
But when you know how to be really good at something and know how to build things,
like Jim does.
that's right, it makes a big difference. And as I walked through here, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And you're like, Jim made it. Oh, Jim made it. So let's go see some of those talented things that you did.
Yeah.
I will tell you, sometimes people won't have something like this here. This is nice because you can
And we can open it up.
open it up.
She
And
does
bring
her
chairs.
puzzles on this, just open it up and sets a chair
No, we
there.
can eat there. We can
Oh,
do
it's
anything.
perfect. Yeah. So tell me what you did here, because the first thing I noticed here was here you have this beautiful shelving unit, but what I thought was really unique is it's thin.
Yeah.
A lot of times they stick out really far.
That's
This
right.
is thin.
What we
So
did
it
when
really
we
gives
saw
you
the
more
unit,
room.
we got all the dimensions. I laid it out on graph paper, figured where everything would fit, and I knew we needed something very narrow. So I made it 6.5, 8.5, and it's got storage galore. in
And you
there.
said you made that because in the summertime you go back to Ohio, and you
Yes,
made this in Ohio.
I have a wood shop up there,
And you brought it back with you
In
in
the
the
car.
car.
Pegged
Yeah.
together.
all pegged. Everything comes apart.
Show her what's inside, all the shelves and
Well, I mean, yeah, just normal shelves.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
So lots of space. And then one of the things that I thought was unique is you have your chairs this way so you can look directly out at the view. So right here I see such beautiful tables. This just gives me that beach feel. But then I see some unique pieces as well. So this you told me you made.
This, yeah, the coffee table.
And
with
what's
some-
the story about the tile?
The tile came from our house on Shell Point Boulevard. Their the fireplace wall was tiled, And when I was up in the attic, I saw extra tiles, so I thought, she always wanted a coffee
And I
table.
said, we've been married 50 years. I have never had a coffee table. So Jim built me one.
Isn't that great? And what a unique piece this is. What is this made out of?
It's made out of cow horn. This is from Africa.
So tell me your African connection.
Our daughter and son-in-law and 4 children were missionaries for 20 years in West Africa.
And you got to go there, I know.
5 times.
That's right.
And we're not
listen,
going again.
They're not there.
They're not there anymore. They're back
Yes.
here.
Right.
But you said that this was at a market, and your grandson was really good at getting it down in price,
He
right?
could speak the native language, and so he talked them down from $80 to $18.
That's a smart grandson.
Yes.
Always take him
Yes.
with you. Yeah. But I see other special touches here as well. Like this is a batik.
A batik. Yeah, that's made by James Booker. He came from, where was it?
Somewhere in East Africa.
Yeah,
But
another-
Okay.
he heard there were white people in the village. So he came with all his batiks. And we succumbed to a lot of batiks.
An awful lot of them.
Yes.
But they're up north.
They're
Yeah.
mostly up north.
And
Yeah,
well, that Afghan Gail made, that's all African cloth.
it is.
Is it?
I went, go ahead, pull
You
it
can
out.
pull it out, open it up if you want.
Oh, look at how beautiful this is. The colors.
I asked my son-in-law to go to the market. When they sew, they will cut out a shirt and throw away everything else. So he came back with a whole bag full of scraps, and I had a field day.
It's beautiful.
And there's a string still on it. Well, hello, string.
That's,
Well, it's beautiful, and it goes, and it picks up all the colors in here.
well, we like this carpet because it ties everything together. We have
Yes.
this exact same carpet up in Ohio where we go.
In our cottage.
Oh, it's really beautiful. And
Thank you.
then I saw this. You said this was the first piece you ever made.
Yes.
Triangular
Yes.
table.
A
That was,
triangular table.
Yeah. that-
Does it fold?
Yeah,
it does
they fold down.
See, these all fold down if you want.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's your triangle. Now I see it.
Yeah.
Wow. That is great. But no, but this is very
Well, this
plenty
way
of
we
room.
can both see.
The
Yeah,
views
yeah.
and
And where we were before, I could see, but Jim could see the trees.
Yeah.
So
I like
this
it
is
here.
this is better.
oh, this is nice. And the other thing over here, this looks like an old pie safe.
It
is.
is. That came
That's
from
what it is.
Kentucky. Her family roots are in Kentucky, southwestern Kentucky. And we were down there and going through antique shops with her cousin, and
I love this.
we found that.
And then up here, I looked at these birds and I said to you, who painted that? And you said, those weren't painted, those are.
There.
Butterfly wings.
Wow, that is incredible. The detail in that is.
Oh, and when you look at each little wing, how they did that.
I know, really remarkable.
Yes.
Really nice. So let's go back in here and see what you did in back here. So you have one bathroom, which I see you have a really cool shower head.
Jim put that in.
I like it. And then this is your primary bedroom.
Sure.
And look at this, you have a king size bed.
Oh,
made that
and plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
And I made that
Gail
quilt
made
too.
that quilt,
And you made
yeah.
this quilt too?
Yeah.
I tell you what, we better get both of you involved with quilting and the wood shop here. These are beautiful. Now tell me about this, because normally I would never have thought this would fit.
Right. Well, my parents, they had this in their retirement home in Ohio, and it was gold colored, kind of. And so then they brought it down here, and it fit in their sand dollar place. And then when they passed away, we got it, and I painted it.
But look how perfect. You've got so many drawers. You can still use it as a desk.
And a dresser.
Oh, yeah. And a wonderful place for your family mementos. And
Those are African too.
so nice. And we will always have to get you have a lot of wonderful family photos, but we'll get the main photo that you can look at when you're in bed and admire
Yes.
your beautiful family. It's very
And
nice.
say how much they've grown.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And
Yes.
then this over here is your second
second
bedroom.
bedroom.
Tell me what you
Yes.
did in here.
Well, when we were not anywhere near moving in, Jim got on and ordered all kinds of things. This being one of them.
We knew we wanted storage everywhere we could find it.
Sure.
So every one of these cubes open up. So there's storage.
Oh, look at that.
in
You
every
have bedding
one.
in there.
Yeah.
Christmas is in
So
there.
there's 6 storage units here. We haven't even filled them
Oh,
all
so
up.
these are all storage too?
Yes.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Now, and then you could move that
can pull that
here,
over
and then it's a
here.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also have a blow-up mattress that's this height, so you can put it at the foot, and then you can run. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
sleep 3 people in that if you had to, but
That's amazing. I love it. And you still have a closet. But these, I said, are so unique, and they're made out of palm fronds.
they are. Yeah.
And who
Green
made
Palm.
them?
Well, I made them. Gail went to an art show here, wasn't it?
Yes, it was here in
And came
Cheltenham.
back with a little
Pictures.
fish made out of something. I said, I can do better than that. So I started grabbing palm fronds and
And he'd press them out so
yeah,
they'd be
press 'em
flat.
out and then painted them a little bit just to give them some character. And
Oh, I love Now, what I think is interesting is, was this part of it, or did you
No.
glue them on?
I glued them on.
But it looks like it's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that I think is great about a garden apartment is they all have lanais.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I say a lanai, what is really unique is many times the lanai only opens about this far.
Look at that.
Can open all the way, just like that. And it could go the other direction as
Yes,
well,
it
right?
can,
Yes.
yes.
And
But-
the people downstairs can put plants in the real dirt.
On
but
the
we
first
can
one.
put plants here.
Sure.
And my orchids are ready to bloom.
And feel the breeze.
Yes.
Isn't it great?
Oh.
That they always say that the gardens, when they built these, they purposely built them so that you could get a beautiful
Oh, yeah.
breeze directly through.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter if you're on the river or looking at the road, you're still going to get that breeze
Yeah.
because of your proximity to the water.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Oh, this is so nice. And so do you enjoy sitting out here?
Oh, yes. And we've picked out certain personalities of people that walk by.
Let's sit
Oh,
down there and talk, and we can overhear them.
No, but also there
Uh-oh,
are
that means you
people-
better be careful what you're saying out there.
there are people that walk by every day at the same time, and we'll say, we haven't seen so-and-so, wonder where they are. And we've only been here a month, but people, it's very interesting. This morning we were looking at how everybody was bundled up with earmuffs and down coats and gloves. It was so...
They're not in Ohio anymore.
We're not in Ohio.
And the
No.
Ohioans would think we'd lost our minds.
And we love seeing the boats going up and down the intercoastal. I just before you arrived, one of those paddle wheelers, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It came down.
Oh,
Yeah.
and just listen to the breeze and everything.
Oh,
it's
and,
so
and
nice.
then the crows come to let us know that they're here.
Of course.
But
No.
that's okay.
Yeah, they're part of nature too.
They are.
And you've got more storage right there.
That's Christmas.
Yes, that's all of our Christmas stuff. So
See?
And we've
Yeah.
got 2 Christmas trees in the closet in the spare room.
we got one of those what they call a pencil tree. It's
Yeah.
only about that wide at the base. It's perfect.
So it's perfect.
And it's in a box.
yeah.
This is wonderful.
People think they can't do it, but they can.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Okay.
okay.
Now, one of the things that I think is important that we talk about today, and for people to know, I know so many people already know you, but the one thing that I think is fascinating is that you also have a connection in Ohio with the Christian
do.
Missionary Alliance. And you go up there in the summertime. And what do the two of you do?
Whatever we want.
No.
You used
Well,
it.
both of our kids live up there. Our son, this is Beulah Beach, if anybody's heard of it. It's the campground and conference grounds for 3 districts of the Christian Missionary Alliance. And
And 6 of our 8
our
grandchildren
son
are
is
there.
like, he's the administrative, like vice president. He gets everything done. And you might have known Ralph Trainer. Did you ever hear?
And I've heard the name.
Yeah, he
yes.
worked at central office. He's our next door neighbor. He was the executive director for a number of years and just took this thing to the next level. I mean, it's
But what
a
have you
vibrant
She
ministry.
asked what we've done.
And so what you said that he did a lot of building there,
He
and
did, and I bike a lot, and I work for the Salvation Army one day a week, and just enjoy the neighborhood and the grandkids and
and
gardening.
you say kids come from all over and
they come-
families.
yes, they
But
do.
6 of our 8 grandchildren live there with their parents.
Okay.
So we're all, that's why we have to come down here in the winter, get away from them.
Well, I tell you, you both have, I mean, you're part of Shell Point, and that's what's so special.
We
is
want to be
in
more
many different,
apart.
and you will be, that's for sure, especially now that they know what a good carpenter you are, especially with
Hey.
those drawers. They're going to ask you how to build those drawers.
I'm
telling
looking
you.
for stuff to do.
There
mean,
you go.
yeah.
And I know, Gail, you'll be busy for sure.
Yep.
So one thing is, I always like to know, and I know you've had so much experience in knowing so many people here, both of you, but what is it that makes Shell Point special?
The people. I'm a people person, and I
I would
love.
never have known.
I love the friendliness.
Yeah.
And people are just gracious, and they care about you. And as we were moving in, people were saying, "How many more days? How many more days?"
Oh,
and
isn't
it
that
was just
special?
beautiful.
Yeah.
It really
yeah.
was.
And how about you, Jim?
What
is it
I
that
love
you-
about it is I don't have to pull weeds, fix sprinkler systems, repair wraps around the dock. It's, I can do whatever I want and not have to do maintenance. Because when we'd come
No
down,
worries.
when we came down in the fall, it was at least 2 weeks of solid work trying to get stuff back.
Right.
I don't know how many times we planted shrubs, and I don't have to worry about that now.
Isn't that nice?
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And he got a dock for our boat.
Oh, here? So you
float-
still have your
a
boat?
floating dock. Yeah, we kept the boat.
Good,
Yeah.
good. So you'll be able to do that and go
Yes.
fishing and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you letting us come see your
Oh,
house.
thank you.
And it is absolutely beautiful. And it has a story no matter where you look. From your family
Pretty
to
much.
the experiences that you've had. And
Yes.
you still have your parents
Yeah,
shelving over
yeah,
there. So
that's
you know
right.
they're still here watching over you.
Yeah.
And it's just really special. And I really appreciate you letting us come
Thank you.
in. And I wish
Well,
you
I hope
both all the
somebody
best.
else catches our excitement, because we want to share it.
Yeah, well, and that's what I always say is nice about these videos is it does help people who don't live here to see how much really people enjoy. I can tell you how great it is, but
Yeah.
that's Inga, the salesperson.
But,
But when you hear from the residents, it's different. So.
but you started out at King's Crown.
That's
And you
right.
began by loving those people first. And that was wonderful for me too.
Oh, exactly. It's just the whole place. It makes you realize how the residents and the employees are all together, and we're one big family.
We
So,
are.
I
We
know.
are.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Inga.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Inga,
Jim.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.